Oh, you caught me. Bugger. Okay, we're starting to win the fight for Odessa. The troops which are coming here, don't do that. Purples have got this. Good. Yeah, Odessa should definitely fall. And as those troops run away, they're going to run away to here instead of going by sea. Because the AI is silly. Have I researched paratroopers? No, I haven't. I've just basically been using the tanks to do that. Because they're just so fast. Come on, Ukraine. Give up. They have 10 million men in the field, almost. In fact, they probably do have about 10 million. They've lost 3.8 million. We've lost 631,000. We have 1 million in the field. Mental. We're outnumbered 10 to 1, guys. We got this. It's fine. They can't touch us. We're Irish. Boom. Odessa fell. Strat bomber 3s. Can't get those until 1950, which we're a ways away from. Let's get some more resource extraction. That is something I should have done a while ago. Okay, now we're taking that. Good. Tanks? Any more tanks ready for... Yeah, they are actually. Bring them in. They are going to take a while to train, thanks to our manpower laws. And you guys have been cut off, but that's actually okay. Colombia declared war on Panama. How are you still alive, Ukraine? Have you taken Kiev back? Is that what's happened? No, you haven't. So I say again, how are you still alive? And you're actually recovering victory points somehow. That's not exactly intended. We're still winning the air battles. Everywhere where it matters. Also means no nukes for you, Russia. We are outnumbered 10 to 1. We're fighting against Russia, China and Japan. I'm kind of surprised it's only 10 to 1. Ferment it, obviously. We're down to just a couple of single provinces here. That's dangerous. It looks like the yellows are filtering in pretty nicely, though. And the blues are still kind of pushing, and we seem to have pushed back again here. That's good. Although I assume their combat... Yeah, their fighting strength is basically nothing because no manpower. Because they are... My puppets are refusing to change their manpower laws. I had this problem playing as Britain. And it makes playing as the UK almost unplayable now. Because you rely really heavily on your puppets. No manpower. 55 manpower. No manpower. No manpower. And their manpower laws are not going to be changing. They're just sitting on extensive. 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 Scraping the barrel. So when Finland's done, Finland's done. The others seem to be pretty well done too. Are we going to get you home in time? Yeah, I think we are. Ooh, Sevastopol defended pretty heavily. about to get the connection. And that's the important bit. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Baratia sending troops. Good. Now Ukraine's looking like they're about to give up. Probably take those two and then they're done. Maybe even that one. Unfortunately, the Crimea is going to be a bit of a pain. We do not need to be guarding this long a line with the tanks, though. Tanks honestly could be doing up to that. Although the Yellows are not defending Kiev, which would strongly suggest the Yellows don't have enough troops. So, let's reduce your line down to here. Increase yours to here. Sorry, Blues. You've got a lot of work to do. Actually, you know what? Keep training. Keep those tanks churning out. Because we kind of rely on them. Do you know what? Yellows. Let's put some pressure on them. Start attacking. That's better. And you guys are almost out of combat preparation, planning preparation. So your pushing is not going to be quite as effective. Still, punch your way through. Ah, there. Thank you. You punch your way through there. Go. Kiev fell. Bugger! Ukraine is proving to be rather stubborn. Stop it. How's Russia doing? Starting to tip the balance a little bit. And then I can puppet Russia and then get some of their ridiculous amount of manpower on my side and I just feed them Lend-Lease. I like this plan. This is a good plan. Yeah, Brexit's going to really mess up importing in quite a big way. Okay, support companies are done. Armour we don't need. Got all of those. That's all done. We never did start on a naval doctrine. Likewise with air doctrine, actually, we never did. We're using tactical bombers, so I'm going to go with operational integrity. One of these days I really need to sit down and decide which of those I like the most. Who's ready for deployment? Finns. Alright. Savo. I'm going to send them all for training. Tanks ready for duty. Excellent. Alright, tanks. We could really do with taking Kiev back again. But also Kharkov. Let's do that. Right, Kharkov is ours. Ukraine's halfway, and we just need to take Kiev now. Which, honestly, shouldn't be that hard. I need to leave tanks behind here to guard this area. But I also need to turn my tanks around to take Kiev. The problem is, I don't have enough tanks. I've been working very hard on getting more tanks, but clearly I need more. Stop attacking. Thank you. Oh. Okay. You're just going to give me Kiev. I'm okay with this too. I'll be honest, I am absolutely okay with this as well. If you wish to give me Kiev, I will take it from you. Willingly. There's pilot, cool. Hours, 2 hours. But you're on the verge of retreating, so we should be able to push you out, yeah, easily enough, and then you should be able to get in without any real problems. Boom. Kiev's fallen. Ukraine will fall at midnight. Lovely. At which point you get a new objective. Punch through to here. There it is. Oh, we got a bunch of planes and bombers. Nice. You're taking that. Okay, good. Now we should be able to capitulate this. We can take Belarus out and United Baltic Duchy, whatever's left of it. Carlos Spain was annexed to Portugal. And now we just need to move as quickly as possible to get this cut off. And actually, my tanks are doing a pretty damn good job of moving rapidly. So that's positive. Rapido, rapido. There it is. I want you to crush the remnants of that. Blues can head up there. Yellows can head to that line. We should just need the purples to deal with this. Alright, and then our line is far more centralised. We've actually pushed pretty nicely out of Finland once these two are united. That'll be another nice boost. And honestly, Russia's not going to be far off capitulation after that. Which is fantastic. And we have a couple more tanks ready for duty. Excellent. And do we have any more? Don't think so. Oh, you guys, you can stop because the Finns are almost out of manpower, we know that much. France wants to send 9 divisions. Nice. I accept. Ooh, actually. Alright, everyone attack. We will need to take Sevastopol at some point too. What happened to the Ottomans? They died to the Axis. The Arabian uprising was a success. A massive success. Alright, so Belarus is the next one that I need to watch for capitulation. Vientiane, considering you are China, you have not lost many troops in this war yet. Russia will be next. Mongolia is considered a major power. Really? Okay. If you say so. So how much do we need to wait until Belarus capitulates? Not very long. We've got a massive gap between our front line and this pocket, so that is going to be deconstructed rather rapidly. And Baratia's coming in increasingly large numbers up there, which is good. Now tank numbers are increasing as well, and also gaining an experience, though we still don't have anyone that's leveled up. We have all of those techs done. May as well grab another of those ones then. And 3 factories. What do we need produced? Well, we need some things bought, first of all. Oil. Oil we can do. Alright, we'll buy from the combined syndicates. Aluminium we can get a little bit more of. Greece, Serbia, Baratia, rubber, Sweden, Philippines, tungsten. Well, actually, once we've taken out Russia, then we should have a pretty good source of tungsten. Okay, Belarus is on the verge. The French are here. Marvellous. And we're actually well on our way to Moscow, which is interesting. Did we ever finish upgrading those Finn troops? No, we didn't. Let's make sure we do that. Using up the last of their manpower, clearly. One more save. And we had a focus complete. So now we can get Citadel Dublin or Citadel Belfast. Dublin's our capital. We're going to go with Dublin. The second stage of the plan is to completely fortify Dublin with forts, anti-aircraft equipment, coastal forts and radar. We must either choose to secure Dublin or Belfast, as we don't have the resources to boost both. Well, we probably do actually, but it's fine. Belarus capitulated. Good. Right, how are the air battles going? Western Russia's having a couple of issues. We can probably afford to move some of the Ukrainian planes out and into Western Russia. And actually, likewise with Belarus, we can probably move these planes into Belarus. Like so. In fact, we have a lot of planes here, which we can move somewhere else. Did I move both of them again? Oh, it's because you're all the same unit. Well, Belarus is about to fall anyway. But it could do with its own wing of 200 planes. With which to hold that against nuclear attack. Okay, we're about to kill a whole bunch of pocketed units, which is awesome. Russia is just over halfway to capitulation. They've lost just under 5 million troops. We've lost 870,000. Not quite the ratio that I'm... Big kill. Okay, they've probably just gone over 5 mil. Yeah, 5.2 million. Not quite the ratio that I achieved with Japan, but still pretty darn good. Alright, I'm going to say let's just make a drive for Moscow. These medium tanks have been rather impressive. We never did get nuclear technology. We probably should do that. Why don't I use air invasion? Yeah, I totally could do. Honestly, it's because I've spent all of my research on the tanks, and the tanks have been absolutely amazing thus far. So I haven't really needed to. If I want to take something, I just say, tanks, go, take that, and they do. And this also means that I don't struggle with pockets behind lines. And also, and this is actually the more pertinent reason with Ireland, especially earlier on when I was fighting against England, the reason I wasn't using paratroops is because my manpower was so low, and it's still pretty darn low. So I couldn't afford to have units cut off behind enemy lines where they couldn't then get resupplied by friendly forces. It was just too dangerous, is the main reason. Aha! We finally caught up with this line. Good. I'm tempted to send all of you guys back for retraining. Actually, once we get to roughly here, then we won't need this northern army anymore, because this is all wasteland and the Russians can't get in there. This also means that we could cut across here and then trap all of these Russians in that wasteland. So once we've taken Moscow, that may well be the next thing I do. Here comes the attack on Moscow. Which it seems will fall relatively soon. I might try and take all of these as well, because that's a lot of victory points right there. Okay, there's Moscow. So let's just go and cancel your objective real quick, and then say, form up here, take this. They're not trying to retake Moscow. Russia, what are you... Why? Russia, stop. Right, hold that. Thank you. Right, nukes. Now I finally remembered to actually research it. And we could get more aircraft. You know what? I think we need more fighters. Just regular old fighters. And we're gonna need some more resources. Unfortunately, it's becoming rather difficult to get. Although once we've taken Russia again, that's going to help us with resource levels. And rubber. Tungsten. Anyone selling tungsten? No, didn't think so. Steel I can cut off though, or reduce. Yay! No steel being imported whatsoever. Good stuff. Okay, take their other big cities, and that is going to do a lot of damage to Russia. Ooh, this looks suspiciously like a cutoff. Albeit not a very big one. Still, it's a cutoff. I'll take it. And honestly, all of you. Want you to arrive. Aye. Into Russia. And then you lot also need an airbase. That one will do. And then you can do Russia. And then you need... completely out of fighters now. Fantastic! Oh, no, we have some jets. Seems a bit wasteful to be using jets to fortify that. But so be it. Alright, seriously? Delete that air wing. Air wing here, new wing. Jets. Fortify everything. Tactical bombers. Russia. Okay. We're chewing our way across these cities. And that's a lot of the Russian industry right there. I would say this is going pretty well now. Things were a bit hairy when manpower was such an issue. But we seem to have solidified our front line. It's actually going to get narrower the further through Siberia we get until we hit Persia. But Persia actually seems to be doing a fairly good job of fighting back on their own. And we are still building more of our own troops. Like, oddly enough, the Irish just keep on coming. I really must do something about Sevastopol at some point. (1947).